Hey there, Postal here. So still working on my new setup. One thing I'm just noticing is that the background music is on in the game, which is all well and good. What I wanted to take advantage of today is the last day that the um, American and Japanese heavy fighters are on sale. I've already got all of them, but one plane I don't have is one of the premium planes that's available. XP-50 is a great Tier 7 American heavy fighter. The Key 94-1 can be great Japanese Tier 7 heavy fighter. One plane that's actually been in the game for quite a long time is the XP-50. It's still on 50% discount through the end of the day, and we're going to find out if it's worth it. It's also, I don't have a slot in the hangar. What? Well, alright, I guess I'm getting a slot in the hangar. So instead of spending 3,600 gold, this is only 1,800 gold. And luckily I've got the 18 tokens to get a slot to slap the plane in. Plane's also available for purchase with a bundle, 2,500 gold, I believe, and maybe some crates. I didn't really look at it very much. It's all for like 37 US dollars. We're gonna see if this plane is as good as all that. I like that. There's the propeller. Do not walk past there. You will get your head chopped off. This plane kind of reminds me of like just the sloping aspect of it. Kind of reminds me of like the SE-100, Tier 5 French heavy fighter. But yeah, so let's take a look at what we just purchased. As far as the guns are concerned, we get 250 caliber machine guns. Oh, good. And 220mm cannons. Yay. Yay for the cannons, at least at Tier 6 is kind of desperately needed. And we get two 100-pound bombs. We'll see if those are worth anything. As far as service is concerned, we can get forward-firing weapons. We can get engines. Nothing for the airframe. And everything else gets filled out. So for consumables, let's do my standard, not fireworks, standard consumable layout here. What's the maneuverability on this thing? That could actually change. And I suspect, see how big these engines are compared to the plane? I suspect my engines are going to get knocked out a lot. So my first game, though, I'm going to put in the engine cooling. Let's compare this plane to other Tier 6 heavy fighters as far as maneuverability is concerned. The top of the tree, XP-54 is better in literally every way. Well, that's going to hurt. P-38J, it's got the same maneuverability as a P-38J, but it's worse than everything else. Oh no, is the XP-50 that bad? Oh no, it got better maneuverability than a ME-410. However, worse airspeed and survivability and guns and bombs. Same altitude performance though, so that's actually a good thing. Worse maneuverability than the Key 102, better airspeed, slightly better altitude performance, worse guns. Oh no, is the XP-50 a dud? On paper, it kind of seems like it's a dud. It does have better altitude and maneuverability and technically better airspeed than a Mosquito, which is kind of mind-blowing considering how fast a Mosquito actually was in real life. But hey, real life is not this. Guns, bombs, and survivability worse. Mosquito 26 is basically the same thing. So, it is on the maneuverable side, but it's not necessarily a maneuverable plane. I'm still going to put pneumatic control assist in here just to test it out. For equipment, well, at Tier 6, there's really only two options. Survivability is not where I'm going to go. I'm going to go with gun sight. Holy cow, I do not have a gun sight ready to go, so we're going to toss one in here. And I'm going to enhance it up to improved, at least, and get that taken care of. Sure, great. Oh man, what do we need to worry about here? A lot. We have 25 seconds worth of boost, which is actually pretty significant. So let's take, for our first engine item here, I'm going to put the injection system. This is going to improve the boost. It's going to reduce the boost duration, but improve the boost characteristics. So let's try that to start off with. And it helps the cooldown rate. Perfect. And as far as forward-firing weapons is concerned, I'm probably just going to go with gas-operated action here. Long gun barrels doesn't seem like it's a viable option. 250 caliber machine guns, like long gun barrels on 50 cals, just doesn't make sense. Reinforced bullet carriers improves the burst length, but again, you've got 50 caliber machine guns, so you've always got that backup of constant damage. Let's get... No, I almost clicked on long gun barrels anyway. Hey, and look, I've got some in the depot. I'm not going to put experimental gas-operated action on here. Sorry, not sorry. Let's just put this one on here. I'm really scared of what this plane is going to be. On paper, it's not very good, actually. Let's see if I've got any cool paint to make up for it. No, not even any cool paint to make up for it. Well, we're going to do the try-hard paint. This is the paint for each of the different seasons. Yes, it costs significantly more, but you get out of it, you get twice as good concealment than the other paint. So instead of 10% concealment, you get 20% concealment. You get better tolerance to damage from AA guns, and you actually get 5% tolerance to damage from gunners, which is nice if you're behind a bomber or something like that. As far as the nose is concerned, do we have anything that's... I'd love to have something that just kind of cuts right off there at the line, but it doesn't look like that. Hello, lady. You know what? We're going to put her on there, because why not? At least somebody's going to have fun in this thing. I might have fun. It could be one of those planes that's better in-game than on paper, but on paper this is a little bit scary. Oh, it's on the engines. Nice. What do I want as my little nifty symbol on the engines? No, not that. Let's just go with the shark. Literally a baby shark. Alright. Right? Does it still look good in all of them? Sure. No, not really, actually. But whatever, I'm sticking with it. Too late. Let's apply that. So we've added our equipment. We've added some consumables. We've even put some pretty paint on here. Now we need to add our pilot. We got a pilot. That's nice. Thank you. I do not want a 1-point pilot. Although Marlon Smith sounds like he knows what he's doing. I'm actually going to let's put my F2H pilot on here. So it is a premium plane. The perk of a premium plane is that, you know what, let's actually put my F6U pilot on here. You can put any pilot in here. And what's really great about World of Warplanes is you can put any pilot in, not just a heavy fighter pilot. You can put a light fighter or a multi-role fighter. I could put my bomber pilot in here if I wanted to. Put a pilot in that's going to fit the characteristics that you think are going to be necessary for you to win. So I've got a pilot that has aerodynamics expert on here, which isn't going to really help too much. Engine Guru, which is going to help a little bit, and Marksman 2 on here. So we'll see how this goes. Wish me luck. Alright, so we are in our first battle in said XP-50. We're going to see how this goes. So, as many of you know, I've upgraded my computer, built it from scratch, and went 4K, and everything's really tiny now as far as the words are concerned. The graphics themselves are wonderful. Like, I know first and foremost that World of Warplanes is not, you know, like any kind of halcyon of graphics, but I can tell a difference in the graphics for sure. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what we can do here. I'm going to try to capture this sector. I'm bottom tier, so I'm not trying to, you know, impose my will on the tier 7s. I just want to figure out what the hell my plane's going to do. Up and over. Got some planes trailing me. Got some decent maneuverability here, to be honest. There we go. Gonna go for this fighter that's a little bit further away. Trying to keep my airspeed as I get my engine knocked out. Both engines knocked out. Well, that's hopefully not a sign of things to come. both engines knocked out. I might need to... might need to put off using the improved mixture control and see if a engine armor is a better equipment item. Alright, A26B, huh? Let's try to use our altitude. I mean, this plane does have pretty darn good altitude for Tier 6, I must say that. We've got that going for us at least. I didn't realize it was this good of altitude. Is this bomber coming back? He's not. Yeah. Dang it, I captured it just the wrong time. Down here. Ooh, look at the obvious annoyance with the water here. Doesn't like my new monitor. I don't know if you guys can see that on the recording or not. Let's turn back around. We got 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Okay, garrison is now unlocked. Let's drop these bombs, darn it. He's on fire, let's ignore him. He's not on fire, let's not ignore him. Push on through. I'm actually gonna go up and over here. Boost, boost, boost. Brake, brake, brake. Boost, boost, boost. Dang it. I might be able to actually take this out with my crappy guns. And I did. Simply because it was on such low hit points. There we go. Boosting now so these P-38s can't get away. We've got plenty of boost. I like that the guns take forever to overheat, although the 20mm cannons obviously do overheat. Alright, didn't get any engines knocked out now. That time, P-47. We're still well within our altitude bracket, so let's go mess with this P-47, shall we? Cool. We're gonna move along here. Crap, they got the center. Got my 2 bombs back, so let's go ahead and try to use them. Crap. Crap, crap, crap. Using some boost here. Hitting my pneumatic control assist as my engines got knocked out. Oh man, like all kinds of people here. Dang it. Like all the planes came at me at once, oh well. Oh man, and I almost had that guy too, just because he wasn't paying enough attention to me. I don't know why I was the center of attention. Maybe he hit F7 or something like that. Let's spawn right here, try to kill that, and then head to the mining facility. We need to get everybody else to the mining facility as well. We are pretty well ahead on points, simply because we had the mining facility for so long. But the mining facility will allow them to get back in front of us, so let's make sure that we don't let that happen. I don't want to defend. We're not defending. Never mind. Don't need to worry about attacking. But what we can do is we can beat the crap out of people that are here. We've got a B-32 doing some heavy lifting. Thank you, Boomer.
Be advised, a line of thunderstorms is approaching. We'll soon be
Just kind of being an annoyance to the enemies
Do you
here.
copy? Over. Keep it up. Victory is almost ours.
Go. Take it. A cheap kill is still a kill, right? Oh man, the LA-9 is just all over me. Or whatever it is.
That's it. There's no
Yeah,
way
it
to
kinda
break
sucks.
through now. You're on your own.
Pretty much. LA-5, whatever it is. Ooh, luckily I had the speed. Set him on fire. Dead. Oh man.
Victory is ours. We're waiting for your return.
Man, cranky P-51D. Let's head back. Alright, so not a wonderful game by any means, and I certainly am thinking that when it comes to the equipment, I probably want to go with the boost mixture once I specialize the plane. Let's try engine armor protection. Holy crap, I've got some engine armor protection lying around. They look like they're all the same. Oh, this one helps aircraft. I'm going to do tolerance from AA guns. Resistance to fire. No, we're still going to do tolerance. I say, look, they all look the same, and then they're all different. So we're going to do that. Let's see if that makes any difference. And, you know, what else we can go with. Hey, look, we loaded into the game here. So it's a 4-sector map. We're top tier, which is pretty nice. Although we got a Spitfire on the enemy team you're going to have to deal with. There is, however, a B-17D. Nom nom nom. Or is it G? Oh, it's a D. Oh, good God. I actually... It's like the B-17G. The tier 6. Awesome. RIL-2 just crashed. Probably because it was spawn point. The G, like, you know, it's tier 6. It's basically, I equate it to a TOG 2 if you've never played World of Tanks. It's a damaged pinata. Not overly good, but, you know, I guess it can be fun to play. The tier 5 version of that plane just hurts. Speaking of hurts, getting rammed into by a friendly is never fun. Let's see what we can do versus this FW-190. Ow, Yak 7 just sniped me from over the mountain. Ouch, ouch, ouch. I saw him coming, but didn't think he was actually aimed for me. So we might not get this sector as quickly as we wanted to, huh? Oh, crud God, there's like all of the reds here. Are they gonna take this sector? Holy freaking crap. No, F that, man. I'm gonna let your Soviet RNG win the battle. Crap on a stick. Is this guy shooting the ground? What the frig? the guy I was trying to kill in the first place. Well, we're gonna keep on keeping on here. Oh boy, we're in trouble. Moving. We can, because the Spitfire's just going to keep chasing us. Because mindless. Damn it. Oh, let's see if we can get this game turned around, but I don't think so, unfortunately. The Spitfire's just going to camp that sector. And there. So they started off with really good bot support, considering their top player for the first beginning part of the game was that Yak-7. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to keep throwing ourselves against the Spitfire 5. If I can get rid of some people like this to start off with, though, it certainly can't hurt things. So the Spitfire 5 is inside the sector. This guy's barely outside the sector. Let's see if I can't get him now that he's not paying attention to me. Go. Now he's got to cross the whole map to get over here, so that's good. Should be able to take just one.
All positions are captured by the enemy. You must turn the tide of the battle.
Oh, probably could have dropped. Bomb there. It might be too early. Yeah, I think I dropped that one a little bit early. Let's see if we can't flip up over here. Hit this guy. There we go. You get the Yak-9, the one that I would have been scared of if I didn't realize the Yak-7 was going to be the overpowered one. We actually need to get this rocket base next. If we've got any chance at all, it's getting both rocket bases. Pretty sure we don't have a chance, but if we've got any chance at all, that's the chance. Nope, don't got time for you. Ain't nobody got time for this. Oh, did I set him on fire? I don't think so. But he's on precariously low health. I'm sure I set this guy on fire with like 2 bullets.
Receiving reports about rapidly deteriorating weather conditions. The port will be unable to reach you. Do you read me? Over. The enemy is about to win. Push harder.
Dang it! Just can't be everywhere at once. Unfortunately. I don't know. Yeah, I think the game's too far gone. And there's no support down here. You look down here in this map, there's no blue. I was the only one down there, so I was the focus of attention, which is never the best thing when you're in a heavy fighter trying to take on everybody and their brother.
We cannot support you any longer.
Alright, squall line though, so
Do you copy? Over.
this is it. What? Like an idiot. Alright, we got that. That guy right there needs to die. Is he coming this way? He is.
Air supremacy achieved.
Can we turn this around? Set him on fire. That's always good. I'm actually going to turn away from this guy so that way we're not getting a yak up our butt. We're going to get a yak up our butt anyway. Shoot. I definitely cannot outmaneuver a yak, so I just try to outspeed him, and I'm not sure how long I can outspeed him because he's got that god-awful cannon. Leave me alone. Get behind a mountain. Gonna hit the pneumatic control assist here so I can try to turn back on this guy pretty quickly. There we go. Some urine medicine. Literally nobody helped me there. Man, this really was 1 versus 12, it felt like. None of the bots wanted to help. I mean, I know I had some other players on the team, but still. Wow! Oh man, did we just pull that out of our? Oh, man. Honestly, that's one of those games. Like, I know we run into like really frustrating situations, and it feels like the game is actively working against us, either with the matchmaker or with the ability of the bots compared to the ability of our bots. Better. Let's head back. Alright, so in that particular battle, we got by on the skin of our teeth. Oh, god dang it. You can tell this is a new plane, and I'm an idiot. Yeah, accelerate crew training. Thanks there, Postal, you moron. We got only 2 sectors captured, but they were big ones. 15 aerial targets destroyed. We really got into our own after, after the midway point of the battle. And definitely after Squall Line. Man, we died 3 times. Really felt like the game was against us in the beginning there. And, sometimes when you're in a battle like that, and it doesn't need to be World of Warplanes, it can be any battle. It can be really disheartening. That's probably a nice term to use, is disheartening. Because I'm sure there's other terms that could be used. It'll piss you off and make you want to quit, right? And as much as this game and other games piss me off sometimes, you really have to, the only way you're going to get better and push yourself beyond your comfort zone, push yourself beyond any kind of threshold or envelope that you might have created, is by putting yourself into situations that you need to find a way to overcome, right? And I don't mean just doing the same thing over and over again until it works. You need to change tactics, but you can't say that the game's automatically lost. There's no denying that there's definitely some games where the matchmaker is going to make it so that it's definitely more in the enemy's favor. But that also means that there's going to be games where the enemy's saying, what the heck, your team is the overpowered team. I can tell you that the best games I've ever had are the games that I should have lost. Or at least a lot of the best games I've had. I can specifically remember games where we were going against ridiculously good pilots in ridiculously good tier 10 planes, and me and VBAT were in a fight and we're able to barely overcome it. Didn't get more personal points than them, but guess what? We won the battle, right? by tactics, by attacking the right sectors, by avoiding interaction with planes that we couldn't beat, and flipping sectors as needed. And we've done that countless times, and not just me and VBAT, but me by myself, or me and Angel, or me and Spartacus. You run into battles where you're just like, man, the odds are stacked against us significantly, but you don't just go, well, crap, I'm gonna load out. What you do is you try to find a way to win. You're not gonna win every one of them. Let's not say, oh, you're gonna win half of them. You might not win half of them, but what you are going to do is you're going to try to think critically of how you can overcome the odds. Not all of them are going to be a victory like this, right? But we were able to. It started with getting our own military base captured. How did we get that? We were able to attack the enemy heavy fighter air defense aircraft that were away from the Spitfire 5, DB605. Knock them out. So that helped get more capture points and attack that Spitfire 5 from an angle that he wasn't paying attention to us. Once he was knocked out, we were able to capture that sector. And then we needed to push on to the enemy military base. We weren't able to get it, but we did knock out a lot of planes there. And when we respawned, squall line happened, and we made a beeline for that enemy military base. And I said right then, I said it out loud, this is it, right? Either we do what we need to do, very little wiggle room, or we lose the battle. And so we were able to be focused, attack the planes that we were able to kill. And that's kind of the key after squalling, especially, is kill planes. The less guns you've got firing at you, the better. Sometimes you might have two planes, and the better plane that you normally would attack would be this one right here, right in front of you. But there's one just a little bit off that you can still hit with less hit points. You can knock this guy out, then start focusing on this guy right in front of you. Doesn't always work out, but at least you've knocked out another gun. And you just gotta whittle. You gotta whittle away. And so we were able to do that in this battle, in no small part to the speed of this plane. So I did take, with the second battle here, took off the boost injection system and put the armor protection here. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's what I'm gonna recommend doing. I didn't get my engine knocked out this time. I don't recall getting my engines knocked out this time, and I still had plenty of speed to spare. As of right now, I'm still going to keep pneumatic control assist. It helped in situations like when I had to do that rollover against that Yak 9. And I suspect it'll help in other situations like that. The couple times I've gotten my wings or tail knocked out, I was just kind of able to use my speed to get away anyway. So I wasn't overly worried about that. And so, yeah, I'm going to stick with this exact setup for the time being. As I play the plane some more, I might tweak that. That being said, am I sitting on this plane going, wow, this is a wonderfully great plane, everybody needs to get it? No, I'm not going to say that at all. I'm just not. The guns kind of let it down, it feels like. When you compare it to something like an ME-410, a Key 102, a Mosquito, an XP-54, of course, the guns are definitely weak compared to those planes. I think a P-38J might have... better. Nope, it's P-38J's got better overall numbers. You have 4 50 caliber machine guns and 1 37mm cannon popping away at you. So it's definitely multi-role fighter firepower. In fact, this is actually very similar firepower to that Spitfire 5 we were up against, except the Spitfire's guns are on the wings. Your guns here are saved by the fact that they're centrally located, but the guns are the biggest weakness of this plane. And so gas-operated action is definitely my recommendation for this plane. Also, keep in mind, you're not going to be able to do a lot of one-passes against enemy aircraft like you can in a P-38J, ME-410 especially. Key 102 even, because you've got that huge cannon on there too. A Mosquito can do that also, right? This plane does not have that capability. Think of it kind of sort of like a multi-role fighter, at least in regards to its ability to do damage with the guns. And it's got pretty small bombs here, but they do reload every 60 seconds, so don't forget about them. If you get this plane, or have won this plane, or decide to go buy this plane, don't forget about the bombs, because 60-second reload is going to make the difference in some battles. Leverage the tools that you have in a plane like this to make it impactful. Those other planes I was just talking about, P-38, the Me-410, the Mosquito even, do not have that quick of a reload time. Now, they've got a lot more bombs and rockets than this plane has, but you've got a lot of ability with that reload time. You've got flexibility that you don't have in some of those other planes. So it's tempting to call this almost a multi-role fighter, and it kind of sort of wants to be a multi-role fighter, but it doesn't quite have the maneuverability to do that. What this plane really is, it's kind of like a wannabe jack of all trades, master of none, but it's not really a jack of all trades. And so you just need to be mindful of the interactions you're going against. This is not going to be an easy plane to fly. You need to know a lot about the tier 5 through tier 7 spread to know what you can outspeed, what you can outmaneuver, what you can out-altitude. And that's definitely something that I would leverage on this plane is the altitude performance. It is a lot higher than some of the other planes, even some of the other heavy fighters. And so leverage that altitude performance to be able to dive down on your enemies. And you can continue that speed and just keep on going when you're using this plane. So that would be my recommendation out of the gate. I'll fly the plane some more, see if I get any more tips or tricks. I'd love to hear down below if you guys have this plane. Do you have any tips or tricks for flying the XP-50 better? Am I doing something wildly inaccurate, besides my inability to train my crew properly? I'd love to hear your guys' perspective on it. If you own the plane, you feel free to hop in my Discord, link down below. And otherwise, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.